So Pat Patterson rings you when you're in the NWA, WCW, brings you over. They want a new Commonwealth team to replace the British Bulldogs. Talk about the process of why the Sheepherders style disappeared completely and the Bushwhackers were born.
Can I start from the phone call, mate?
Please.
I'm in the gym in Columbus, Ohio, and that I never worked on my drum, my belly. Butch always did the end of the workout, he'd do 15 minutes, 10 minutes on his drum, right? I went out to the phone booth. No, this is in the 88. And that I went out there and to the phone booth, because there's no portable phones around at that time in the States, and dialed my home and picked up my messages. There was a guy called Pat there. Pat, this is Pat here. Can you give me a call back at this number? This is Saturday morning. Right? So I call this number and Pat answers, and then all of a sudden, a guy wants to talk to you. The next minute I was on speakerphone, of course, and a guy said, "G'day, Kiwi." This is Vince McMahon here. I'd been sending fucking tapes going right back before VHS, the Betamax. You ever heard of Betamax?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
3 fucking quarter-inch tapes. That was going way back in the 70s and 80s. I'd been sending tapes to Vince Sr. and that to try and get in WWF. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden now, I get that bloody call. He said, "How would you like to come and work for me?" Fuck, I'd be cool. I said, "I'd love to." Now, we'd just done an angle with Barry Windham and Lex Luger on television, and we're working around the territory with the Rock and Roll Express. And one of the other towns, not the main town, Dusty and the Road Warriors in the main town, we were on top in another town with the Rock and Roll Express. And I said, "I'd love to." He says, "When is your next day off?" And I said, "Wednesday." I just grabbed it. Wednesday. Now, this was Saturday. Wednesday. He says, "When you get home, give me your address. Say your address." So as I was saying, someone must have wrote it down. He says, "There'll be tickets on your doorstep." So when we got home, the tickets were there for Wednesday. First class up to LaGuardia or Kennedy, and there'll be a limo up there to pick you up, to bring you up to Titan Towers. We arrive, get up to Titan Towers, sit in the hallway. Vince calls us in his room, and he says, he introduces himself, and we're on one side of the desk, he's on the other. He said, "I'd like to bring you guys in as baby faces." Now, being an ex-booker, I says, "Well, bring us in as heels and turn us baby faces." "You don't tell Caesar what to do." Julius Caesar. You don't tell him what to do. And Butch got up on his desk and he had his nose this far away from Vince, maybe a foot. And he says, "If you could make these faces baby faces, go for it." And Vince said to them straight away, "Look at the mugs on my top baby faces. Hulk Hogan, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Randy Savage. They're not the prettiest kisses, are they? Think of it now. Those faces, put them up close to that, look at those kisses. Like I know, and that go for it." He says, "I'd like to bring you in and do vignettes for, say, 3 weeks to a month, and that will bring you in once a week. We'll shoot for a day, maybe 3 or 4, and we'll start putting on all our television." Now, he had USA Network then. When I first went and booked for Tully Blanchard, for Joe Blanchard, we had USA Network then.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I did. And do you know how much Joe Blanchard was paying a week to get on the network?
Was it $5?
$7,000 a week they were paying to be on the USA Network. And that's why, and you'll be able to tell me this then, I believe that Joe Blanchard got thrown off USA because of a particularly bloody angle between 2 wrestlers, and USA...
I will tell you that angle, the horse angle.
Go on then.
Now we're going to finish with the Vince.
Oh, go on then.
I'll do the introduce to WWF. So they threw us up, and we did all these vignettes. And we were lucky. At that time, Crocodile Dundee 2 had just come out, and the people were onto that. The people in America loved Crocodile Dundee 1, and now they're all flocking to that movie. Here's a guy from down under was saying, the guy told me where to go, you know what I mean? Down under, you tell you where to go. You're telling the guy to go to hell, you know what I mean? And different lines and that. Cars drove on the side, different sides of the streets. We never seen drink machines and that sort of stuff. And we go to see a drink machine, and Butch is shaking it to get a drink, and a person comes along and says, "You got to put money in here." And that's, so put money in, and the thing popped up, and this is fucking great. We made out, we never seen it. Then the can come out, how do you open it? And we're trying to get the can open. Then I pulled my teeth out and popped the can with my teeth. Did fucking, and that, going into to buy Mum a present for her birthday, we went into an adult store, and there's all those see-through negligees and that. And Butchers grabs one, a little top in that, and the panties, and put, and see-through, and puts his hand up. Says, "Mum will look great in this. At 280 pounds will look great in this." He's got his head up the middle looking through. We did shit like that, you know what I mean?
Did you never get to the B-Day? Because that would have been a perfect one for Crocodile Dundee as a reference.
No.
Oh, you should have done.
Anyhow, we did the one, we went into a diner, and the waitress come, and she asked us what we'd like, and I ordered one side of the menu, and Butch said, "Well, Luke, if you're going to eat that, I'm going to order the other side." Next minute, the table, there's food all over the table, plates, maybe for 10 people, all over the table, big table for 4. And then, we need some drinks too, Butch in it. And then he looks at the food like that, and he grabs a knife and fork. He says, "We won't be needing these." And he throws them over his shoulder and starts going through all the plates. But it was a mess. And at the end, when we get there, there's food all over the table, all over our things. In the end, we went to think, and I come up behind and I belched a big one. I don't know how I did it, but I let out a big belch all over the vignette. These are the vignettes we're doing.